Is that you know where my cameras are? I kind of. Can you go grab them? We need some pictures taken. Can you want the video camera? Picture camera.
Good morning, everybody. I know you guys all. Good morning. Okay. Thank you all for gathering here today to honor and remember veterans who have served our country with courage, dedication, and sacrifice. My name is Maggie Tracy, and I'm honored to welcome you to this year's Veterans Day Assembly. Today, as we look around this room and see our friends, teachers, and community members, we remember that many of us here have connections to veterans, whether they're family members, neighbors, or friends. Veterans come from all walks of life, but they share a common thread, a commitment to something greater than themselves. They are men and women who answer the call to defend our freedom and protect the values we hold dear. Today, we recognize their bravery, their sacrifices, and the ways in which they have made our lives better, often in ways we can't directly see, but that touch us deeply. Veterans Day is more than a day off from school or break in our routines. It's a time for us to reflect on the freedoms and opportunities we have, freedoms the others have fought to secure for us. It's a time to understand that these privileges come at a great cost, a cost borne by veterans and their families. As we may feel far from the experiences of those who have served, but by today and by showing our legacy they have created for us and remind ourselves of the power of service. Let's use today not to only show our respect, but also to inspire ourselves to make a difference in our own ways. Thank you to the veterans with us here today, and to those who could not be with us. Your service is something we honor and carry forward in our hearts and actions. Thank you, and let's have a meaningful and respectful assembly. Please stand and remove all hats for the singing of the national anthem and the DHS choir. Remain standing for the pledge of allegiance. freedoms, defended our nation, and exemplified courage, sacrifice, and commitment. We are deeply grateful to the veterans here with us today and to all who have worn the uniform. Your service reminds us that freedom is never free. It is earned through dedication, bravery, and love of country. Students and staff, as we take time to reflect and celebrate, let's remember that honoring our veterans isn't just something we do once a year, but something we carry forward through gratitude, respect, and service in our own lives. Thank you for joining us as we recognize and celebrate America's heroes. Now, we will hear from Jovi Jinks, who will provide a history of Veterans Day. The guns fell silent on the Western Front of World War I. The armistice, the cessation of fighting, had begun. Not that it was called World War I then. For years after, it was referred to simply as the War, or the Great War. The one wasn't necessary. No one planned on having another. In 1918, President Wilson declared the first Armistice Day with the following words. To us in America, the reflections of Armistice Day will be filled with solemn pride and the heroism of those who died in the country's service, with gratitude for their victory, both because of the things from which it has freed us and because of the opportunities it has given America to show her sympathy with peace and justice in the councils of the nations. In 1926, the 11th of November was declared a legal holiday in the United States. In 1938, Armistice Day was proclaimed a yearly national holiday, specifically to honor veterans of the Great War. And then World War II came. The one no one wanted and so many tried to avoid. The one that claimed the lives of over 60 million people worldwide, including 400,000 U.S. military personnel. In 1954, 9 years after the end of the Second World Conflict, the 83rd Congress amended the 1938 Proclamation. The day would no longer be Armistice Day, but would now be called Veterans Day, to honor all the veterans of all the wars. That wasn't the end of the wars, and Americans kept serving the country, even when the country failed to serve them. In wartime and peace, men and women have sacrificed their time, their families, and even sometimes their lives to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. For this, they deserve our gratitude and respect. For over 100 years, we have observed this day to honor all veterans. Ladies and gentlemen, with a slight amendment to Woodrow Wilson's original words, we are filled with solemn pride in the heroism of those who have served this country. Thank you. And now for our guest speaker, Mike Jones.
Let's start off with what is a veteran? According to the legal parenting, a military veteran is an individual who has honorably served the United States Armed Forces and has dedicated a portion of their life to national defense. This designation carries significant societal recognition, reflecting a commitment to duty and country. The status of the veteran is a legal classification that can determine eligibility for various federal, state benefits, programs, and reforms. So, dedication a portion of their lives to national defense. When I read that part, some of our portions that I believe are talking about here is our time, our blood, our sweat, also our missed birthdays, our anniversaries, any special events that we have missed because we live in the military. You students that raised your hands, you have experienced that. That is what that is your course, and I appreciate it. The societal recognition. Today, you're performing part of that. Part of that is a greater experience where the federal government paid us, and some of us may continue to pay because of our privileges that we have sustained during our commitment to the government. That is the societal recognition. Today's military is 100% a volunteer service. That doesn't mean that we work for free. That means that we chose to serve our country. And it's been that way since 1977. And I bring that up because volunteering for service in the military has always been an option. In fact, if we look back in my family tree, my great-great-great-grandfather, Henry H. Hubbard, at the age of 23, volunteered to serve on September 1st, 1864. He made the law come out in 1864. Civil War. My great-great-great-grandfather was a Civil War veteran. He served in the Army. He served in Company G, the 20th Wisconsin Infantry, in Turtle, Wisconsin. His regiment served in campaigns from Walton, Missouri, and down in New Mexico for a couple of days, and then all along the southern states. He was in over 20 different campaigns. He mustered out on July 14, 1865. A little over 100 years before I got born. So do the math. My father was a Marine. They got that to my Marines, brothers and sisters. My father was a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. My father was very lucky. He was not in prison. So, without his knowledge or consent, I wore his dog tags with me when I was young. So his dog tags went to dog tags. He didn't know that until I got home and I presented them to him. So we completed that circle before my father. I also had an uncle, James Young, who was an Army veteran of Vietnam. And then I had a cousin whose husband was a member of one of the government alphabet groups. Everybody understand that? I can't say the part of the alphabet he was part of, but he was recruited by the Central Military. He had a lot of fun. Ask yourself why would anyone volunteer to join the military? Get that in the head? Well, according to Operation Military Kids, they offered up like 20 reasons why someone would want to join the military. I didn't. I want you to guess which one or which ones of these might I have used to make my decision to join the military. You might have joined the military to serve your country. If you feel a sense of patriotism and duty toward the country, to get in the shape. Each training post has at least one major physical event where I took the basic training was Fort City. We had the cannonball run 10 miles. It starts at 3 o'clock in the morning, and because I'm so short, I was at the back of the pack. Running on the dirt road, got behind being dirty for 10 months. But with that, I had a sense of accomplishment. But I did make it. I did not fall back. I did not have to be hauled off in the ambulance. So everything that we did was still pride in ourselves. But I enjoy this. You might join the military with the TI deal. That's a good thing. I did eventually use my GI Bill, and it saved me about $8,000. That's a good way to look at it. If you look at it the other way, yeah, it's been 14 years, and they paid me $8,000 to kind of a loss. You might join the military to be part of something bigger than yourself. So if you join the military, you would be part of the brotherhood after you graduate your basic and AIT. No matter your job that you have, at that point, you become part of the numbers, part of the machine that provides security to this great nation. You might join the military to honor a family tradition. To me, that can be nerve-wracking because if your father, grandfather, great-grandfather was very successful in the military, you can put a lot of pressure on yourself to meet their expectations. But on the reverse side of that, where they really didn't succeed, then you might have to pressurize yourself to succeed and set the story straight. Things to think about. You might join the military to gain experience for a specific civilian career. Absolutely. Where else can you go to get free training, to get paid for that training, and to get the years of experience for the job that you want? I'm not a recruiter, I'm just telling you the things that you might think about. To see what you are making. Once there was a staff sergeant whose team was in charge of guarding a little piece of the dirt, wasn't done with. What would you say? Well, that little piece of dirt turned out to be a school and a hospital. That little piece of dirt could be guarded meant more to those local people. They now have a future. They had hope for a future. They had hope for a future. So do you have what it takes to guard a little piece of dirt and help bring things on? That's just an example. Now they also have the top 7 reasons not to join the military. Don't join the military if you want money. Don't join the military if you want to kill somebody. I'm going back to that. Don't join the military to impress anybody. Your friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, spouses, they're not going to encourage you to join the military for that reason. Don't join the military for control. You can't control where you live. Don't join the military if you don't like to exercise. Especially at wee hours in the morning. No matter the weather. Don't join the military if you can't follow orders. If you can't take advice now, not the place for you. What is a symbol, a very visual symbol of America? Yeah. Nobody? Thank you. Guess what we're talking about? According to a 1977 book published by the House of Representatives, entitled flag comprises 2 basic elements: the Union, the blue. colonies founded in the 17th and 18th centuries. The stars are a symbol of the heavens and the divine will to which man has aspired from time immemorial. The stripes are symbolic of the rays of light emitting from the sun. You see the sun? As you win. How else can you spell sun? S-O-N. Remember this. Red symbolizes hardness and valor. White signifies purity and innocence. Blue represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice. With that in mind, this is how I also see the flag. Blue is representative of the heavens, the stars. Blue is also representative of royalty, a color that only kings wear. The one true king, the King of Kings, is Jesus. The stars remind me to look up and seek his knowledge, guidance, and love. The red shows me the blood that shed for my sins on the cross. And by his stripes, I am healed. There are 13 stripes. Jesus and his 12 disciples. 13. You cannot see Jesus, you cannot see God in the American flag. White reminds us of his purity, thus making him the only one who is ever sinless and therefore the only one to be worthy of paying the price for us. This is how I see it. That is why it's so important for you to live your best life by allowing Jesus into your life, keeping your mind that your peers will remember you by the worst things you ever did or said. So guard yourself, choose your friends wisely, they will let you know if you're going off track. And they will not remember your failures, but they will lift you up in times of need. Show your peers your dedication to God and your efforts in representing Him by serving God. This will be remembered and they will walk with peace and understanding that you have. In my office, I have had things for a long time. I'd rather see a sermon than hear it. I'd rather one should walk with me than mirror it show me the way. I can soon learn how to do it if you let me see it done. I can watch your hands in action with your tongue too fast. All of that you deliver may be very wise and true, but I'd rather get my lesson by observing what you do. Though I may not understand you and the fine advice you give, there is no misunderstanding how you act and how you live. I'll throw that out there. Final point. No applause. Yeah. Keep in mind that other countries, when I'm reading some of these off to you, do not have these opportunities. We don't have to go to school. We get to go. We don't have to go home. We get to go. We don't have to drive a car. We get to drive a car. We don't have to vote. We get to vote. We don't have to pay for it. We get to pay for it. Anybody here ever been to state of your hand? Some of you have never been out on the street. When you left the state, did you have to show an ID? Did you have to have a card? That's what Americans did. That's how we want to do. We get to go to our hospital if we need to. We get to be with family. We get to be with individuals. We get to do our own thing. We don't have to. We get to go out for everything. We get to go on visiting life. We get to go to church. We don't have to go to church. We get to worship God in the way we want. Freedom is given by the divine. Freedom is defended by the great men and women of the Lord. And today, we get to thank them for their sacrifices and service they gave to this great country of free and brave Americans, coveted by the Almighty God and appointed by those who understand. We get to thank you for your time and God.
At this time, we would like to take a moment to personally recognize the veterans who are with us today. Each of these individuals has served our country with honor and dedication, representing the very best of what it means to be an American. As their names are read, we ask that you join us in showing your appreciation for their service and sacrifice. Please stand as I read your name and information. Tammy Slagle. Tammy served in the Air Force as an SRA for 4 years, and her favorite memory is flying in a KC-135 to refuel an AP-52 bomber. Thank you. Next, Johnny Sinden. Johnny served in the Army as an FHIC for 2 years, and his favorite memory was getting out. Joe Wolf. Is a Marine for 13 years, and his favorite memory or advice is always volunteer. You never know where it will take you. Andrew was a U.S. Marine Corps and U.S. Army as an engineer officer and a battalion commander for 21 years. Her favorite memory or advice is take advantage of every opportunity. His favorite memory or piece of advice is read the fine print on your enlistment contract. Bill Williams. Bill was in the Army for 4 years. His favorite memory is love to tease, joke, and play with kids, but his favorite memories are with family and gathering and playing dogs. Years. His favorite piece of advice is don't think about it, just do it. Elizabeth Shepard. Elizabeth served in the Army as a 6AP 91P X-ray technologist for 9 years. Her favorite memory or piece of advice is don't let your mind focus on you thinking you can't do things your body tells you you cannot accomplish. Combat medic and X-ray tech from 2000 to 2009, and his favorite piece of advice is always have your battle buddies back. Jim Hawes. 1964. His favorite memory is I met my wife and we had our first child, a son. In the Army as a 91 E4, 4 years of active service and 4 years of inactive service. He was a position 75 personnel for 8 years, and his piece of advice to all of them is a freedom, not Joey Hobbs. Joey was a United States Marine Corps sergeant for 6 years. His favorite memory was the deployment to Greece and Guam. James served in the Army for 13 years. As an E5 for 4 years, his favorite memory is getting out of the coming home. David Lee. David served in the Army in an infantry position from 1970 to 1972, and his favorite memory and advice is always give your best and all the friends that you need. From 1999 to 2005. And his favorite piece of advice is I learned from the mistakes of people with my advice. Army staff for 22 and a half years. His favorite memory is being Robert Williams' first security for his USO tour in Afghanistan. Joe served in the National Guard Army for 4 years. He was a Spec Corps. His favorite memory is work hard and stay focused. Crystal served in the Navy as a CTM-3 for 2 years. Her favorite piece of advice is when you're in small spaces, hygiene is very important. Side note, when ramen is spilled, it takes forever to find it all. Thanks. The U.S. Army in many positions for 27 and a half years. And his favorite memory or advice is someone has to live in the country. I served in the Army as a military police for 14 plus years. As an MM second class for 6 years, his favorite memories are travel. Army National Guard as an E5 piece of advice: always keep copies of all your records. The military tends to lose them. As a boiler tech for 5 years, and his favorite memory is I really enjoyed going overseas and exploring other countries. Ryan Shields. Served in the Army as a combat engineer for 9 years. His piece of advice is the price of excellence is discipline. The cost of mediocrity is disappointment. Discipline equals freedom. Let's give one more round of applause for all these teachers. Next, I'm excited to introduce the Diamond School Choir. They perform marching arms. This is my favorite thing.
Okay.
As each branch's song sung by veterans who served in that branch, to please stand as your eagle and be recognized by the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, the Diamond School Choir under the direction of Mrs. Bethany Lott.
The heart city
We'll now have a poetry reading by Junior Sarah White and Senior Max. All that left. Through your journey on that hard path, all you had to receive, the years of your life lost, and the countless times you have lost, with all the hardship you had to bear, alongside many unwelcome sights of the past twisted wreck. Still, you continued with courage on your path. The countless paths that built you, broke, however, you let back with a bright return. Thank you for your willingness to serve, and as always, we're so thankful for your help. After leaving your post of arms, bravely broke into a strange world. As long as it doesn't seem the same, like that one story you remember before. Gone that neighbor you knew so long ago, it doesn't matter how long the return never seems right anymore. But your mission has ended, and your quote-unquote normal life is starting back up. So raise a glass to once ago to keep the memory of those who knew. Your time to rest is now here. Though there aren't many words to describe our gratitude, I won't be the one to tell you we thank you for everything you've done. Now, Madison will recite thank you to all who served. leadership and support, and to all the students and staff who took part in honoring our veterans today. Most importantly, to our veterans, thank you once again for your service, your sacrifice, and your unwavering commitment to our country. Your courage and dedication inspire us all. We are truly grateful for the freedom we enjoy because of you. On behalf of Diamond High School, thank you for joining us in this celebration of honor and gratitude. Veterans and those with them today, we invite you to celebrate lunch in honor of all the dismissal of our students. Let's have one more round of applause for all of our veterans. Thank you. We will now begin the student dismissal and we'll begin